Hello friends, my name is Nitish and in this video I am back with another program in Android Studio. So here in this program I am going to explain you about indents, views and how to add a scroll bar. So let's begin. So as you can see I am showing you in the split view. Here you can change it to code. Here you can do the coding and you can also go to the split mode. So in split mode you can code it and parallelly see the components populating in the site. So first we have adding the scroll view. Scroll view can have only single child, so it should be the topmost parent, so that when the component goes out of the screen we can add a scroll bar to it. Next I am using the linear layout. So in linear layout we have to mention uh, two basic things. First the layout width and the layout height we have to mention, and then we can give the orientation. Here orientation is vertical. Vertical means the components will be coming vertically down the lane, and if we give it horizontal the component will be coming in parallel to each other. Then I am using a text view to give a text view. So here you can see this. In this video I am also going to explain you about spinner. So what is a spinner and how to create the spinner? So simply you can add as many as text view you want, okay, and then we can and using linear layout you can place the component as you want. Like if you want like these components parallel, you can do those things. See here I have created checkbox radio buttons for male and female gender. So for that we have to go with that view group, radio view group. You have to go and see. Here you can see I have created a radio group. In that we can give an id, so yes we can find these elements, and we can create radio button in that for male and for female. Inside this radio group I am creating two radio button, for one for male and one for female. Then here I am creating some spinner. See, as you can see, spinner is nothing but a drop down menu. Spinner is used to create a drop down menu. So for that drop down menu we have to add some entries. So one second I will show you. See here you can see this. See here you can see this is the array, this is the drop down menu. Here I have created the drop down menu for like select state Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh. So this string.xml has been passed here at the rate arrays, and I have given the states. So here I am mentioning the array, from that the drop down will be populated. Similarly we can add as many field as want. I have used edit text box for getting the marks, and then I have added a button so as to calculate the CGPA and displays the details of the student. So this is a student information system. Next we have to add a second activity. This second activity is for the next intent. So when the user will press the button, it will goes to next intent. There he can view the details. For that I have created a simple text box. In that I will set the details which has to be displayed to the user. Next let's come to the Java programming. In the Java programming, in this I have first we have to find all the elements which are displayed in the UI, like the edit text box for name, register number, department. Then for we need a radio button for gender. Then checkbox, we have created checkbox. Then we need a spinner. Spinner is nothing but a drop down menu. Then here like I am using a string buffer to add the hobbies. Like here when we have a checkbox we can add multiple hobbies for that. So for that storing them I am using a string buffer, so we can dynamically store them. So then I have used edit text box for storing marks. So this coding you will be getting up to here, you will be getting by the Android Studio. Then we have to find the element using find view by id. R is for resource id and the id given by us in the activity file. Then we have to find all the elements which are present in our UI so that we can use them. See here what I have done told in the last video was that on click listener. In this we can directly set, here we can directly set button for that on click. That on click we can create and pass it directly. So on click will be calculating the CGPA. All those functionality will be done here. So first you have calling the collect details. So I'll collect the details like C1 is checked for hobbies, second hobbies it is checked. If it is checked, I will add it to the hobbies string buffer, and then I will check for the gender and add it and store it in the gender variable. And I will collect the selected state from the spinner box. Then I'll get the marks. We have to parse it. It's the same thing. First we have to get the text from that text box, then we have to convert it to the string, and then from that string we have to parse the marks. And I am using simple calculation for CGPA, like taking the average of the marks. I have taken the average. Then here you can see this is the main concept. Here I am creating an indent. This is the new indent. I have to create like indent, new indent. Then we have to pass the context, and the indent which will be displayed. Here I have calling the second CGPA.class that I will show you sometime in a few minutes. And then we have to put the data we want to display in the second indent. So using put extra we can pass the data whatever we want in a key value pair. For the name like key, it's the key, and I am putting the data. For registration number key, I am putting the data. Similarly I have done for everything. And then we have to start the activity. This is the main thing, we have to start the activity. So we can go to the next indent. In the next page, this will be the next indent we'll be getting. So we have we'll be finding the result where we have to display the data. We'll get the intent. Here it is the main important thing. So after passing the indent, we have to receive the indent. So for that we have to use get indent, and then we have to store that indent in a bundle. Bundle means like a collection. We have to store that collection so that we can get the things. So here that empty text box, I am setting the text for that empty text box, and like name, and then this data is there, bundle data dot get string. We have to pass the key. For that key it will be getting the data here and it will be populated. Similarly for registration number, state, and everything will be done. Now I will execute the program and show you the output. So as you can see it will be populated. Then I will give my details. Then this is the drop down, this is called the spinner. We can give our details. Then you can fill like our hobbies, these are the checkbox. This is the radio button. Then we can in the edit text we can give our details. We can provide our marks here. So here I have type, this number is coming because I have given the type as number. So you can provide your numbers here, your marks. Then this, when you press this button, this is the new indent where we will be displaying all the data which we have passed in the first indent. That's all in this video. Thanks for watching.